Hello bookish friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. It is time again to pick our November TBR from the TBR prompt jar. Have I finished my TBR from October? No, I have not. Will I finish my TBR next month? Probably also no. But from the 5 books that I picked for last month's TBR, I did read 3, and that is over half. So I feel like we should count that as a victory, and it's just so fun to see what the prompt jar does and what it picks for us. So I will be doing it again because it's just a lot of fun. We will again be picking 5 books because I tend to read a lot in between. I listen to some audiobooks that I don't have physically here. Also, sometimes I just want to read something else. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for anything that's on my TBR, and then I read something else entirely. And we will see. I have my trusty TBR jar here where I wrote all kinds of prompts, and I think there's close to 70 prompts in here. And we're going to see what the TBR jar has in store for us for November. So I think there's no need to talk more, and I'll just get going. So a book with a purple cover. That is actually so exciting. I think you can see it behind me. I got this edition of Metal Slinger in my Fairy Loot subscription box, I think last month, and it is stunning. But this is not the stunning part. I will show you, first of all, also, but the naked cover is insanely beautiful. This is insanely beautiful. I showed this, I think, in my bookshelf tour. This is the singular most stunning hardcover that I have ever seen. And I've had subscription boxes for 2 years now, but this is gorgeous. And it is so purple. And I still haven't read Metal Slinger. I now have 2 copies of this book because I bought the indie published version when it came out, but I still haven't read it yet. And I'm kind of scared because Book Talk has kind of let me down in the past few months. I've read a few Book Talk recommended books, and some of them were bad and only a few of them were good. And so I'm terrified to read Metal Slinger and find out I hate it. But I have to say I'm really in the mood to read I don't want to say trashy, because it's not trashy. It's just, if you know what I mean a classic fantasy romance book that is Book Talk recommended, that maybe isn't the best writing ever, that maybe hasn't the most thought out world building ever. I just want like a guilty pleasure, easy book to get through. To be fair, I would also be able to choose Divine Rivals because I still haven't read Divine Rivals. I'm not sure if this is actually a purple cover in the English edition as well, but this is the German edition. And they published this in like a purple and this in like a pinkish purple. And I've been dying to get to these books as well. So I'm actually kind of torn if I should do Metal Slinger or if I should do Divine Rivals. I'm gonna have to have a think on that. Give me 1 second. Okay, no, you know what? This is as purple as it gets with the hardcover and the dust jacket, and I'm just itching to read something like this. I hope that it is everything I expect. But for the first book of the month, I will be reading Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. I'm so excited. I am actually so excited. I don't know if this is like a fall-themed book. Probably not. But I'm just itching to read some fantasy romances. So we're going to scratch that romantasy itch with Metal Slinger. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I am terrified of this book because if you've heard anything about this book, then you know that it's supposed to have like a crazy plot twist at the end. And I've been reading a lot of books, obviously, but I would say that I am fairly good at guessing plot twists, and I am incredibly excited to see if I can guess this plot twist. Also, I feel like if you say this book has a plot twist, maybe it's kind of a spoiler in and of itself already, because then you're like looking out for a plot twist. But I'm still really excited to read this. I'm so excited. Okay, yeah. That means we can now pick our second book. A book by a male author. That will be so difficult. Damn. I have next to no books of male authors. Okay, give me a second. Not me telling a friend last week that I've been itching to start Nevernight by J. Christoph. I haven't read anything by him yet, and I've seen some fan art, and I've heard only good things about the series, and I'm so excited. And for some reason, I just haven't picked it up yet. I don't know what to say. I don't know much about this book. I just know that there's something about a cat, because the author used to sign like little cats when he signed books, and that the main character is called Mia Corvair, and that this is all about rage and fury and revenge, is what I've heard. And I know nothing else about this book. But I think I'm happy with it. Or I think the singular only other male author I own a book of is Brandon Sanderson. And I have not read Mistborn yet. I have read nothing of Brandon Sanderson so far. And that is why this terrifies me. Oh my god, the font is so thick. I didn't know the font would be this thick. That's crazy. Anyway, so this has, I think I'm going to go by pages because university is going to start. And I fear that Nevernight is a lot thinner, like 200 pages less. So I'm going to be choosing Nevernight because university still has priority, as sad as that makes me. But there will be a time and a place for Mistborn, and I will read Nevernight in November, apparently. At least I will try. I will try to read Nevernight in November. And probably, if I start Nevernight, I will read the entire series. The same goes for Mistborn, because I just can't start any more series. I have I think I'm in the middle of 59 series at the moment. So if I read another series, I will read it through till the end. So Nevernight, how fun. So that is Nevernight for our second book for November, and I'm already so excited. For some reason, the October TBR didn't excite me this much, which maybe is a reason that I haven't read a lot of them, like 2 out of 5. But we will see if it works better in November. So I think I have to choose the one that fell down. We will go with the one that fell down. A multi-POV book. A book with multi-POV. The thing is, does it mean dual POV or multi-POV? Because I fear I have a lot of dual POV books, but not so many multi-POV books. I could make this a very high fantasy month because I'm pretty sure that Mistborn has multiple POVs, but I'm going to check on that. Is Mistborn multi-POV? Can you fucking work? So, apparently in Mistborn, book 1, The Final Empire, there's 3 different POVs, which makes this book officially multi-POV. And also there are even more POVs in the later books. And I guess that means I'm also going to be starting Mistborn in November. That is going to be one hell of a month. I am already scared. I'm already so scared to start these books in November, but also really excited because I feel that without picking these books in a TBR, I would be even more hesitant to pick them up. And now I kind of feel a pressure, especially since I told all of you guys that I would be reading this book in November. I feel pressured, and so maybe I'll do it. I hope so. So that is Mistborn for our third book for November. So much for me saying that university was a priority for the month, because I fear that I am going to be neck deep in high fantasy books. And the fourth book is a book About a trip. Damn, I could have taken Metal Slinger for that one, because I'm pretty sure that's about the journey over the sea or something. What has a trip? I had a hunch that this would have a trip in it, and I'm pretty sure it does, because on the back it says that they're traveling to the Austrian Alps, where Emily believes they may find the door to Bumblebee's realm and the key to freeing him from his family's dark plans. And I started this series going on 2 years ago now, and I still haven't picked up the second or the third one. And this is another series that I'm in the middle of, and it is also on my fall TBR. I said that in my fall TBR video, and obviously I haven't picked it up yet. But I think this is the perfect addition to our TBR so far, because we have one fantasy romance, romantasy book, and 2 high fantasy books, and now we have a cozy fantasy. So I think that complements the other books really well. So I'm definitely going to go with Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands for our 4th book of November. So this is our final prompt for the November TBR. And the final prompt is Rivals to Lovers. And I think you know what that means, because it's literally in the title. It's literally in the title. Not me having said that I want to read Divine Rivals in the first part of the video, and now I'm going to pick Divine Rivals for the last book of the month. Let's see if I can get it out. Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, especially since Wild Reverence has just come out and people have been saying that it's 5 stars, 6 stars, absolutely amazing. I'm so late to the trend of reading Divine Rivals, but I couldn't be more excited. Also, the German edition has these gorgeous letters on the sprayed edges, and I think it's absolutely stunning. German editions used to be the worst editions by far. By far. And then at some point, around the COVID thing, I think, they started putting out the most amazing book covers. Like, they stepped up their game so much. I am so excited for Divine Rivals as our 5th book in November. Not me saying it, I can't believe I said it in the beginning of the video, and now I get to read Divine Rivals. This is insane. Also, I still need to peel off the sticker. And there's another sticker on a sticker. There was another sticker underneath, which is a lot harder to remove. Why? Why do you need to put 2 stickers over one another? That's better. That's better. Okay, that means the video is done already. I feel like the TBR videos are such short videos. So let me know if they're too short or if you like them short. If that's like a thing, because I think the last one I did was only 13 minutes long. And I'm not sure if you actually like to listen to me or if you would rather just see what I pick and I shut up. So let me know if it's too short or too long. But that means we have chosen our TBR for November. My God, this is amazing. This is an amazing TBR. I am actually so excited. It is not yet November. It's still a few days until November. This is the TBR for November. I am so incredibly excited to read this. And yeah, I just want to thank you all again for like all of your support. It really means the world to me that anyone at all is listening to me and watching my videos, which is insane. But this has been a dream of mine since I was 13. And I can't believe actually like 10 years later, I finally got the courage to start. And I'm so excited to see what happens with this thing that takes up a lot of my time. If you stayed till the end, thank you so much. If you want to let me know that you stayed until the end, you can leave a little letter emoji in the comments. It just help support me and push the video a little bit. So that would be incredibly nice, and I would be incredibly thankful. And if you liked watching this, please like and subscribe. It's so weird to say it, but it really does mean the world to me, and it helps so much. So I would be eternally grateful if you did. But that is all that I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.